Each year, 1.6 million tons of garbage are landfilled in the Lower Mainland. I was curious about what actually is in a load of garbage because the GVRD has begun the Zero Waste Challenge. Thanks to the lift, Chris. Hi, and welcome to the Surrey Waste Transfer Station. I'm here today to talk about the GVRD's Zero Waste Challenge with Ken Karuska. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi. Ken's an engineer at the GVRD and the go-to guy if you've got questions about solid waste and recycling in Greater Vancouver. Ken, about how many truckloads like this a day do we generate in Greater Vancouver?
Well, looking at what people drop off on their own, what's collected at curbside, and what's generated by industry, it's a total of 500 of these trucks a day. 500?
Wow, that starts to add up. Recently, the GVRD board unanimously adopted the Zero Waste Challenge. It's a set of initiatives aimed at achieving zero waste in this region. I asked Waste Management Committee Chair Marvin Hunt, why did the GVRD implement this challenge?
Cache Creek is filling up and will be topped in another couple of years. So we have a waste challenge facing us that we have to deal with our waste, and what it is rather than sending it into landfills, are there other ways that we can deal with it and actually remove the volume and reduce the volume of our waste?
You know, I see some piles of garbage over there. Should we go take a look?
Sure.
So what do these piles represent?
Well, altogether, these three piles represent about 1 truckload of waste.
1 truckload of waste, and it looks like this pile is cardboard.
That's right, it's cardboard, paper, and packaging materials. Altogether, these types of materials are about 10% of what's going to our landfills.
I can see that. There's a cardboard, here's some packaging material from light bulbs. Oh, and check this out. Yes, it's a Spider-Man piñata, Ken. With great power comes great responsibility. What's in pile 2? It looks like we have some, is this just wood?
Wood products and wood materials are right now about 25% of what's going to our landfill sites.
About 25%, I see, and this looks like it might be, what, a kitchen countertop or something like that. Where does this wood waste come from?
This would be typically from renovations. We get a lot of this type of waste, renovation waste, from households, and they drop it off here at the transfer station.
So with this lumber pile, we really have to think about what we might be able to reuse. You know, this pile looks familiar.
Yeah, this is regular garbage. And this is the type of material that we'd see from a curbside collection truck.
And what percentage is household waste?
Household waste is about 60 to 70% of everything that goes into our landfill sites.
So we have cardboard, paper, lumber, and household waste. Is this pretty close to what was in the truck that I came in?
Well, this represents what we're handling in our landfill right now, but the truck that we saw would be carrying curbside garbage that's collected, and it's typical of this third pile, and really the recyclables have been pulled out really as a result of the Blue Box programs, as well as some of the deposit systems that we've got in place.
So if that's household waste that's in those trucks, you know, we got cardboard and lumber piles over there. Where does that other material come from?
A lot of those other materials come from residents and drop-off materials that come to the transfer station and bring small loads of wood or other types of products. And a lot of those products can be recycled. We also, at this facility here at the transfer station, do have areas where residents can drop off their cardboard, can drop off their clean wood, drop off drywall, so that those materials can be recycled.
So where does all of this end up?
Well, the waste from this transfer station is trucked to Cache Creek landfill, and depending on where you live in the region, your waste will either go to Cache Creek landfill, to Vancouver landfill in Delta, or to the GVRD's waste energy facility in Burnaby.
Well, I'm thinking what you said earlier, 500 trucks a day in our Greater Vancouver region. When will we run out of space in Cache Creek?
It's about 3,000 trucks a week, and we've got up until 2009 until we need to find a replacement for Cache Creek landfill.
That's only 2 years away, so that really makes us realize that we have to do something to reduce our garbage.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons for the Zero Waste Challenge. There's a recognition that as a region we have to do a lot more work to reduce our dependence on landfills.
Thanks a lot, Ken. This has been really interesting.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Given the amount of waste we generate, zero waste makes a lot of sense. But how realistic a goal is it? I posed this question to Marvin Hunt.
Ultimately, the answer is no, zero waste is not realistic because you will always have some residual, but that's why we're calling it a challenge, is because we want to get it as low as we possibly can, still being fiscally responsible within the region.
Thanks to the Blue Box program, we're doing fairly well with recycling in Greater Vancouver. But as you can see from the pile of garbage behind me, we can do more to reduce the amount of waste that ends up in our landfill. For ideas, call the recycling hotline at 604-732-9253.